In this video, I'll walk you through exactly what happens when you contact a reputable personal injury attorney. Specifically, I'm going to walk through three things. Number one, why it's important to find an attorney who specializes in your particular type of case. Number two, the information you need to have ready before you contact an attorney. And number three, what you can expect during that first phone call and the first phase of your personal injury case. By the end of this video, you'll know how to take that first step with confidence. Let's get after it. Why it's important to find an attorney who specializes in your type of case. When you've been in a car crash, it's very important that you hire an attorney who has a specialty in dealing with people who've been injured in car crashes. There are so many specific laws that apply to impact your case. You need a lawyer who's versed in that, who's got a lot of experience in handling those types of cases. Everything from the words that they use, to the laws that apply, to communicating with doctors, to dealing with the court system, to being able to present the case in front of a jury are very important. Keep in mind, not every attorney is a trial lawyer. What do I mean by that? Well, not every attorney can go to court. It's not that they're not allowed necessarily, but they don't have the experience, they don't have the practice, and they don't have the appetite for it. Some attorneys just work on contracts. Some attorneys just advise big businesses, big insurance companies, and some attorneys go to court and fight for their clients. That's what we do. You want an attorney who has experience dealing with different insurance companies, who knows their tactics and knows what it takes to build up the case to make sure that you get the best result possible. A personal injury case needs to be built from the ground up, from the very start, as if it is going to go to trial. Most cases settle. That means they resolve without ever having to go to court. But a good personal injury attorney will look at your case from day one and build your case for you as if it were going to go to trial. There are plenty of lawyers out there who've never had to deal with medical terminology because it doesn't apply in the cases that they handle. But a good personal injury attorney knows medical terminology, works with doctors, works with hospitals, works with medical specialists to make sure your case has the right expertise on it from day one to ensure that you get the best result possible. Number two, what information should you have ready before you even reach out to personal injury law firms? First of all, it's very important to have the details, to the extent possible, to be able to explain when the crash happened, who was involved, who else was in the car with you, if anybody. Did anybody say anything at the scene? Were there witnesses? Did the police come? Did you file a police report? Was anybody cited? These are going to be some of the initial questions that your lawyer is going to want to know because it helps them understand just what type of case this is. You're going to want to be able to explain what kind of medical treatment that you've had since the crash happened. Did you go to a doctor that same day? Did an ambulance take you from the scene of the crash to a hospital? Have you seen any other doctors since you were first in a hospital or at urgent care? It's important to also have the names, if you have them, of any witnesses or anybody else who was injured in the crash. It's very important to take photographs early on as well of your injuries to the extent that they're visible, because visible injuries will change over time. Were you cut? Were you bleeding? These are kind of graphic things to talk about, but having photographs early on of injuries like that is very important because while those injuries might heal, they may never heal fully, there may be scarring. It's really crucial to get an idea that helps piece together what the injuries were from that crash when it happened. We call a lot of this contemporaneous evidence. Do we have evidence that is contemporaneous with the time and the place of the crash to help prove who was involved and how significant the injuries are? If you have all of this information ahead of time, it makes it very easy for the attorney to evaluate the type of case that you have, and it makes it easier for that attorney to give you good advice about what you can expect going forward. So my advice to you, gather as much of this evidence as possible. However, if you don't have all of that, that's fine. You shouldn't wait to call an attorney because you're worried that you don't have all of the information. Number three, what you should expect in your first phone call and the first phase of your case with your attorney. A good attorney wants to meet you where you are. They may ask you questions on the phone like, how did you hear about us? Or what made you contact us today? Information like that gives the attorney a perspective on where you are right now in your journey, the journey of healing and your appetite to try to move forward with a case. It could be that you just have some brief legal questions and the attorney can provide that or the representative can provide that and you're content, you can go on your way. But if you're really injured, the attorney is going to provide for you a framework, how to go forward to make sure that your case is handled in the strongest way possible. The attorney or someone from their office is going to ask you a series of questions to better understand exactly how the crash happened and what your injuries are. They're going to want to know who was involved, who's the one who caused the crash, were police called, was law enforcement called, was there a report, are there photographs, were there witnesses, is there a video showing this? Car crash cases are very complicated, and a good lawyer wants to make sure they're doing right by their client, which means they want to gather as much information as possible and do a very critical and thorough evaluation at the very beginning to see how they can help that potential client. If you're still in the hospital, a good attorney will come to you to meet with you or your family to discuss what it is that needs to be done from day one to ensure that you have a strong legal case. By coming to you, it gives the attorney and their legal team the opportunity to get started from day one to build up those critical pieces of the case that will be so vital as that case goes through. If they feel that they can help you, then most likely they're going to explain a fee structure, how it is that they are paid. And again, most reputable personal injury attorneys work on a contingency fee. If we don't recover for you, we don't get paid. The attorney or someone from their office will explain exactly what those documents look like that you will need to sign in order to hire the attorney. They may also ask you to sign a few other documents. A lot of these are medical releases, for example. These medical authorization forms are important because they allow your lawyer to start gathering medical information on your behalf without you having to go to the doctor's office to request those documents yourself. Oftentimes, clients will call and say, "What is my case worth?" The thing is, it's very difficult to determine exactly what a particular person's case is going to be worth from day one. Why is that? Well, because every injury is different. And I like to say every body is different. Everybody heals differently. Injuries somebody might have that are the same as an injury somebody else might have will heal in two different paths. And oftentimes, the value of a personal injury case is determined by things like how much insurance coverage is available, how significant were the injuries, how big was the crash, how long is this case taking. There are these things that come into play that we don't find out about until much later. So it's very difficult to tell a client at the very beginning what their case is worth when so much information isn't known yet. Your initial phone call with a reputable personal injury attorney shouldn't cost you a thing. And you should walk away from that phone call with a clear understanding of what your case looks like going forward. I hope this video is helpful. If you've got any questions or thoughts, you can let us know in the comments or send me a DM. Thank you.